Are you excited for The Jungle Book? Well, here's why you shouldn't be. Hey guys, it's GameBoo Advanced, and I'm here to bring you more cynicism about movies you're excited to see. Before I get into the thick of it, I wanted to address something really quick. If you guys don't give a shit and you just want to start the video, skip to this part. So I know some of you might not understand why I want to make this a series. Why would I want to talk negatively about a movie I haven't seen? Is it because I want to ride success off a bunch of butthurt fans because it's easy? Yes. Really though, that's not it at all. I see too many people like a movie simply because they don't think about it while they're watching it. If the movie makes them laugh a little or has big ass action scenes, the population goes fucking crazy for it. Or if it's a fucking revamp of a property they liked as a kid. Oh, I fucking loved Smurfs when I was a kid, so I gotta like this movie. Isn't it good? Emo Smurf? Great! I feel like all this is way too fucking common nowadays. Like, if you look at the most popular movies of the past, 7 years, it's all the same shit. We're being fed the same fucking contrite, ham-fisted, watered-down movies for fucking ages, and yet they still make millions of dollars. If I make these videos and criticize them before they come out, and people who were going to watch the movies anyway see my video, it will at least get them to think about what they're watching. Even if it's just to prove me wrong, I'm happy that people are being challenged when they watch movies. And if people are thinking critically about a movie because they saw my video, I'm doing my job. Who knows, maybe it'll get to the point where movies make less money on opening night because of my reviews. It'll actually fucking change something. Will that ever happen? What do you think, Magic Conch?
Maybe someday.
Okay, so I'm not going to beat around the bush anymore. You saw the title, you clicked on it. Today we're talking about The Jungle Book. For those of you a little behind on the subject, Disney announced that they're going to remake every fucking movie they've ever made because they have no respect for the audience's intelligence. The next incarnation of which is going to be The Jungle Book, which comes out next month, so I better hop to it. This isn't the first time Disney's done this, but you'd be easily forgiven if you thought it was. Technically, this is the third time they've done this recently. First with Alice in Wonderland, and holy shit, did everyone think that was good? The other two times were however the fuck you spell Maleficent, what the fuck, and Cinderella, which the defining qualities of those movies have been forgettable. I don't mean that I can't remember the defining qualities, I mean that the only defining qualities of these movies was that they were forgettable. Raise your hand if you saw Cinderella. Now, out of those people, can you honestly tell me you remember anything about it? That's what I thought. If you're getting the impression that I hate Disney, let me explain myself. I've always loved Disney, and that's not changing anytime soon. Disney makes wonderful and creative movies that hold their own against a lot of other movies, animated or not, at least most of the time. But as a company, they're a bag of testicles. That in itself isn't a surprise. I can't think of a multi-billion-dollar company that isn't prone to being multiple testicles confined by a sack, but what I do find surprising is the recent effort to suck all the wonder out of childhood favorite movies. Disney's pretty good about re-releasing movies for new generations. They got the whole vault thing that you're probably pretty acquainted with, and I'm not talking about the Fallout Vault. That's a video game joke, guys. I really am good at it though. Seeing how both Jungle Book 1 and 2 have been released on Blu-ray already, it's pretty safe to say that a majority of the fucking planet is familiar with this movie. And whether you saw it during the Vietnam War or sometime after, you should probably be upset that the live-action version is being made. Let me explain myself. What justifies remaking a movie? It's a pretty concise answer, actually. If a movie is outdated, either in special effects or framework, or simply the message is trying to get across, it's a good candidate for a remake. You can see quite a few examples of good remakes, and almost all of them do something that's unique enough to warrant re-exploring the title. Sometimes remakes just take the framework of the original and build themselves entirely on bare bones of another story, making them completely unique and separate from the original. But if all remakes were as good as John Fencepater's The Thing, then we wouldn't be here today, would we? Almost everything Hollywood makes these days are fucking remakes. Seriously, if we can go a year without making a pointless remake of a classic movie, I bet aliens will finally make contact with us. So what qualifies a bad remake? Easy. All you have to do is ask yourself, what is this movie going to offer that the original couldn't? If the only answer you can come up with is, it will look slightly better, you're going to have a bad remake. Right out of the box, no further explanation needed. Stop. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to jail. Just get the fuck in jail. Seriously, name one fucking exception and I'll retract my statement. If you need more examples of what makes a remake good and bad, go watch Alternating Lines, the Remakers series. It's on YouTube, it's really good. Tell them I sent you. I've never talked to this person before, so that might not be the best idea. So, ask yourself right now, what can Jungle Book 2016 offer that the original couldn't? If your answer was better visuals, then you're fucking wrong. The original Jungle Book still holds up after 49 goddamn years. Can you honestly say that this will hold up even half a decade from now? That's what I thought. CGI will always be improving, but style is something that doesn't age. Take a look at the past 20 years or so of video game graphics. The ones that try to look as realistic as they could look like shit now, but the ones that focus on style still hold up to this day. Not to mention, it wasn't like Disney tried to draw Baloo as a realistic bear and then decided, fuck, I just can't do it. I just can't. He keeps looking like a cartoon. Walt fucking Disney, don't have enough skills to draw a bear that isn't cartoon. The whole movie was designed to be in this style. That's the whole fucking point of making an animated movie in the first place. Imagine if they remade Big Hero 6 or Wreck-It Ralph in a couple decades and they made it live action. Wouldn't make any goddamn sense. Whatever, you wanna see what I mean? Let's take a look in a book at the trailer. Now, I'm going to structure this one a little differently from the last one. There's a lot of moments I don't have much to talk about in these trailers, so I'm going to fucking Frankenstein them together instead of showing you the whole trailer like I did in Suicide Squad. Okay? Here we go. Okay, the trailer opens, Mowgli's with the panther, Tiger gets angry with fuck. Then the panther's all like,
run.
wow, Mowgli sure is lucky that the fucking stampede missed him completely. Especially given that this is a Disney movie, and stampeding animals have known not to be the safest thing for the heroes.
The jungle is no longer safe for you.
But this is my home.
Oh, no. Big problem number fucking 2. This kid can't act for shit. According to my extensive research of Googling things like 2 times. The original voice of Mowgli, Bruce Rasmussen, was only 12 when he voiced Mowgli in the original. But either he understood acting better at a young age, or the fact that he only had to record lines instead of acting made it easier for the editor to get a good take. Whatever, they're already fucking it up so badly. I'm not going to pretend like it's the kid's fault, because it isn't. It's Disney's fault. Why would they remake this movie when they had to get a child star to play the lead? Child actors are never fucking good. You spend all this time and money to immerse the audience with the best CG animals money can buy, and it's all for nothing because every time the lead role speaks, you get snapped back to reality and realize that the jungle isn't even a real place. It's all make-believe. Jungles don't exist. Was that monkey? Fiction.
Only man can protect you now.
Poor, sweet little cub. What are you doing so deep in the jungle?
So, I assume this is Kaa? I'll be fucking honest, it's been forever since I've seen the Jungle Book, but as far as I can tell, Kaa is the only snake in the movie. Not only is Kaa not fucking giant, but he's also a boy. It's not like I really care that they gender bent him for this movie, I just don't understand why. Like, Disney's trying to appeal to nostalgia, right? So why would you just change the fucking gender of an iconic character? Fans don't want change, that's why they're seeing a remake in the first place. And I know what you're thinking. Jungle Book is based on the Jungle Book, which is in turn based on the Jungle Book. So Kaa maybe is a girl in this story, but nope. Although Kaa is described to be giant like it is in the movie, it's definitely a male. So it's just a pointless change to get fucking Scarlett Johansson in this movie. God damn it. Darn. Dang, now I have to masturbate to a snake.
Or a man cub who wants to live in a jungle.
How do you know that?
Kid, I got ears. My ears got ears.
I got ears, my ears got ears. I have ears in very uncomfortable places. I'm like 70% ears. You just can't see them because of this fur I have here. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm a Brooklyn monkey at heart. You can take the giant orangutan out of Brooklyn. You can't take the giant Brooklyn out of an orangutan. It's just who I am. I sold street hot dogs for a long time. People complained because they were getting ears and fur in their hot dogs. So I moved out here, but I am still Brooklyn in my ear-filled heart. My ears are in my heart too. The doctor says that I do not have very long to live. I just don't. It's very, very hard on me, on my life, on my wife, my children. They all have ears. My children, they're just ear-filled. My wife left me because I didn't tell her that I had so many ears. So again, they changed the character from the last one. King Louie in the original is the size of, a fucking orangutan. And I know what you're thinking again. It's probably bigger in the book, right? Wrong again, fuckhead. King Louie wasn't even in the original book because book takes place in India. And there aren't even orangutans in India even. Also, would you look at that? They used another big budget actor because, the kids who saw the first Jungle Book came out of the movie saying, wow, that was really good, but it really needed an ape voiced by Christopher Walken. That would have really sealed the cake on this.
Forget about your worries in the strife.
What's that?
That's a song about the good life.
So fucking surprise, surprise, big budget actor. They really wanted to get as many fucking people as they could into the theater, huh? It even has Lupita Nyong'o in it, apparently. We gotta get the actors everyone knows, the up-and-comers, and then let's introduce a new kid to make it look like we're not all about the money.
Come on, Mowgli. Let's be on our way.
But I'm helping Baloo get ready for hibernation.
Bears don't hibernate in a jungle.
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
Another thing, I think Bill Murray is a good actor, but he's clearly trying to dumb down his performance here. It seems like he doesn't think kids will understand him as he doesn't speak in a soft, gentle voice and enunciate all of his words precisely. It's like watching one of those Disney Junior shows.
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
Sounds like a plan, Mr. Dose.
I don't know if this was Murray's choice or the director's, but it really doesn't seem to fit. Like my dick in a snake.
So do you have any regrets?
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
Also, now seems like a good time to talk about this. Why would you make realistic CG animals and then make them talk? I mean, with Christopher Walken Monkey, it's fine, but bears and cats don't have lips. It looks super fucking awkward, and it's yet again a problem that this movie had that the original didn't. So honestly, all this movie does is take away aspects from the original. Doesn't add anything. Or if it does, we certainly haven't seen it yet. Seriously, I can't be the only one who sees no difference between this and, Undertale.
Touché.
So the only other trailer I can find that's any different from this one is the one that played before The Force Awakens. The one where Scarlett Johansson narrates the entire thing and there's not really any dialogue besides that. So there's not really much to talk about besides the way Johansson reads her lines. Listen to this shit.
What are you doing so deep in the jungle? Don't you know what you are? I know what you are. Let go of your fear now.
Wow, it really sounds invested, doesn't she? If you told me that she recorded all of her lines from this movie in one sitting that lasted for 2 hours, I wouldn't be surprised. She's like, GG guys, that's a wrap. I gotta go be Brown Recluse in the new Marvel's The Adventures 3. Wait a minute, it all makes sense now. In the original movie, Kaa hypnotized Mowgli into almost being eaten. Much in the same way, Scarlett Johansson is hypnotizing the audience into loving snakes. Why? Simple. If America's in love with snakes, then they will be too distracted to notice the snake uprising and the infiltration of the government. What does this mean? Scarlett Johansson is a snake person. Snursen confirmed.
We're through the looking glass here, people.
So that's all I really got, trailer-wise. Let me just end by saying this. Don't go see this movie opening weekend. Please. Wait for the reviews, and not just the early reviews of reviewers, but fan reviews too. Mull it over, think about whether it's worth spending your money on. If we show Disney that we aren't going to give them an opening weekend blowout, then they might just realize that they either have to make these remakes good or not make them at all. If you see this movie before you know if it's good or not, you're telling Disney with your wallet that it's okay for them not to give a shit about quality, as long as nostalgia and Bill Murray are involved. Really, I don't see how these movies are any different than the Star Wars special editions. Seriously, make a case for why The Jungle Book is acceptable and why Greedo shooting first isn't. It's the same shit, and it's not like they're remaking these movies once in a blue moon either. Disney has so many live-action remakes in the work that what culture has already made a shitty clickbait slideshow out of them? Let me make this clear, if you give your money to Jungle Book, you are funding shitty live-action versions of Night on Bald Mountain, Mulan, another Alice in Wonderland movie, Beauty and the Beast, Pinocchio, Sword in the Stone, Pete's Dragon, and I promise I'm not even fucking joking about these last two, a live-action Dumbo remake directed by none other than Tim motherfucking Burton, and a Winnie the Goddamn Pooh movie where Christopher Robin goes back to 100 Acre Woods as an adult just to hammer the fucking nostalgia nail straight into your brain. In conclusion, I'm not going to see Disney's second attempt to make a live-action Jungle Book movie. Wait, what's that? I forgot to mention this? In case you all forgot, Disney made another live-action Jungle Book movie over 2 decades ago. It seems it was swept under the rug because of how panned it was. But I don't worry guys, I'm sure it was because Kyle wasn't voiced by an A-lister Snursling, right? I'm sure that the Christopher Walken monkey will make the difference this time, with all of his million years, right? Just think about all this before blindly spending your money on this movie. This kind of shit will keep happening as long as it makes money, and if it keeps making money, the Sneeple will win. Hey guys, this is Game Boy Advanced. So that was my thoughts on the Jungle Book. What do you think? Are you still gonna see it? Are you gonna let the Sneeple win? Let me know in the comments below. Also, liking these videos really does help out. Actually, I'm really happy. I know as of this moment of recording, Suicide Squad only has about 50 views. That's still a lot, and I'm really grateful for it. It's got a couple likes at least. I think 3 likes is the time of recording. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's like for a first video, I'm really happy with that. If we can get it up to 5, I would be so fucking happy, guys. Again, let me know if you want to see anything in the comments. Right now, I have all I have planned is the Ghostbusters, which looks complete shit. The Angry Birds movie, which again I have to do that pretty soon because it comes out in May. And then there's this movie that I haven't seen a lot of traction for called Sing. It basically looks like a Zootopia ripoff, and it uses licensed music like Anaconda and Kiss from a Rose, and like it's about singing, so it doesn't look good. I'm just kind of making this because there are a lot of remakes, and Jungle Book does come out soon, and while my beef isn't primarily with Jungle Book, it's with all the remakes that these companies are making. Not just Disney, not just like fucking animated, but all of this shit. So if you agree with me, please let me know. I did get some feedback on my Tumblr after posting the video, and you guys can also talk to me on my Tumblr. I'm gameboyadvance.tumblr.com. I love you all. Kisses. Mwah.